What's going on, everybody? It's your boy DMV, and we got Frankly Football in the crib, dog. We here to talk about the trade, man. I know you be normally having the intro and stuff like that, but you know how things happen today, where I had to set up the stream. How you feeling today, man?
Hey, DMV dog, appreciate you having me on the show. You know, we was just talking about backstage how we'd have been linked in ever since. It's been like 5 years that we'd have been linked in, collabing with each other. So anytime I can get the opportunity to come in, be a guest on your show, you're a guest on my show. Always love it, bro. Thank you.
Absolutely, bro. And listen, man. It's an absolute listen here. I'm getting my words all twisted up and everything like that, but yeah, it's been a long journey, man. And it wouldn't be a DMV fanatic, what I'm saying, doing cover 3 without you guys. So a lot of people don't know that, like me, Tuck, and Rome, we all met through Skywalker Steel. And with that, like our second show is with y'all, and ever since then, we have had the group chat, which has created cover 3. So yeah, a little bit of history for the people that don't know, man. Little people here that don't know.
My dog, for sure, man.
Yeah, man. We trying to wait for set it off to get. He told me he was set up. Now he ain't set up, and you know what I'm saying. He probably getting cussed out right now because he's trying to go live. Like you know how that go, man. What's up to the people? What's up to the people that's here, man? Hey, drop that like button. Also, man, throw some ones in the chat, man. Throw some ones in the chat, and also, man, any comments or whatnot, man. Listen, we here. You know what I'm saying? Super chats are welcome. This is a good therapy session, I would say. Would you say that?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I feel like it is. The happenings today is kind of like a culmination of a few of the offseason changes that the Cowboys have had to make. So yeah, if I would definitely call it a positive session that we got going on.
Yeah, for sure. So I think that we can all say this, and I know that the title of mine is Cowboys just made a move everybody saw coming. And so I'll start with you. What about this makes sense?
It makes sense from a schematic standpoint. Ever since Christian Parker came in here and he talked about how he would be running a 3-4 scheme, in by design, but then of course it would be multiple. The odd man out in that defensive tackle room was Osa Odighizuwa. He didn't really fit from what I saw like Christian Parker's scheme would be.
Okay. And so what about, so I already know why I don't think it was a fit. Why don't you think Osa was a fit?
Because I think that between your 3 defensive tackles, Kenny Clark could be your nose. He could be your guy lined right up over top of that center. That's not really Osa's bag. Osa doesn't have the size, the build for that. You know what I'm saying? Quinnen Williams could come in and he could play your 3, your 5. He could play your 1 if you needed him to. He had the versatility that allowed him to be everywhere. Yeah. So Osa being the guy who just kind of had that one role in what could be this game, he didn't really mesh to where he could reach his full potential.
Okay. Yeah. And for me, I felt like when I started listening to what Christian Parker wanted to build, right? Because ultimately the 3-4 base, the hybrid 3-4 base, and then you look at some of the coaches that they brought on, it looks like they want to convert what they had to a traditional 3-4.
Yeah.
And so what made them say like multiple fronts and be able to do this and do that is they was trying to make Osa fit. Yeah. Like I thought he was the odd man out. Kenny Clark in Green Bay played a lot of 0 and 1 tech in their 3-4 scheme over in Green Bay, right? Now they just brought over Gary, which again, that's what they did over in Green Bay. Christian Parker spent some time over in Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? It's about familiarity. You look at what Quinnen Williams is able to do. In the league, he played in 4-man fronts. Yeah. But in college, you know what I'm saying?
It was a lot of 3-man fronts.
He played a lot
just had that linebacker come on down right beside him.
Yeah, so at Alabama, Quinnen played. They did a lot of 3-4 and some things over there. And I think he's most effective in the 3 and in the 4-eye. So when I started listening, I'm just like, Osa, unless Osa can play 4-eye or 5, like none of what he's saying makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as a fit for Osa. And for what we've looked at with Osa, and this isn't anything bad. I think he's better in the 4-man front. I feel like you for 20 some odd $1 million a year, you're asking to create a scheme in something he doesn't fit. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? He's better off somewhere that can utilize his skills. You know, in the movie Taken, it's like, I got a special set of skills, right? Yeah. He got a special set of skills. And for what it is that they want to build, I just don't think it was a fit. And I think that the timing right now on the trade was perfect. So I'm going to say what's up to a few people out there, man. What's going on, Zach Clay, David Jenkins, 864 Cowboys fan. We got Malcolm Williams in the building.
Salute.
Yeah, let's get it, man. Private chat. Let's see. I did send it to Chris's. Oh, I sent the link. Oh, you're right. So I don't know why I thought that he had. Okay, my bad, bro. I'm about to send him the link now.
Look, so as soon as we were live, he sent me the eye emoji. He was like, "I need that."
Yeah. My bad, Chris. That's on me, bro. That's on me. I don't know why, like, because we got to cover 3 chats. So I don't know why I thought that was. You know, we had a Frankly Football. See, he got his own entity. I be trying to tell him that, bro. I be trying to tell him.
Chris is really a monster out here in these social media streets for real, because of what he does for the college scene.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Hey, listen, dude is a monster there. He's a monster. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't wait to get Chris on this. And also too, man, one thing that might be cool. Let me know if you're okay with this. But maybe we put the link in the chat and see what some of these fans think. You know what I'm saying? Real time. You know, we come from the great fanhood of Voch Lombardi. And we know that Voch gave the fans a voice, right? So about to bring on Set It Off, Chris. My guy, Set It Off.
Hey man, y'all got me sitting in the background like, hey man, I'm like, what's going on? Then I look on Facebook. Brandon, like, we live. How we live and I ain't in the building, man? Come on, y'all.
No, because I sent it to Frankly Football and I forgot that's like his.
That's his.
I thought that you could see it too. Yeah. I'm sitting there like, where you at?
He's sitting there talking. Yeah, man. You know Christian Parker. Hey, come on, man.
Hey, hold time though. He said, can you send the link? Like he couldn't send the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, dog.
Hey, look,
man, come on, man. What's good, man?
What's up, man? How you feeling? I know you're feeling a lot better now after our conversation earlier.
No, I was feeling well. See, first off, you know, we always say this, and you would give a reference to Voch. You know, it's a term that they started using, you know, at the round table because we friends in real life. So we call each other through the day, group chats, all kinds of stuff. So we've been talking about this for a minute, but you put out a very interesting little tidbit this morning. If you hadn't, then people hadn't checked into it, go check it out. You was on fire. You was 38 hot. You was like a man smoking at a gas station trying to blow up, right? And you was on this like, they lied to us. They ain't spending no money. Jerry on that bullshit.
They still ain't spending no money, but go ahead.
But the thing about it was, you know, some of our constituents have been on the point of, listen, let's spend money wisely and effectively and efficiently. And not show our whole entire hand because we still got a surprise available to us if we move this thing properly. So long story short, I'm not sure what you and B were talking about. Y'all went over the trades that have happened and the acquisitions that we had, but what we did today kind of led to some other stuff. So, you know, Bill called me in the middle of the day. Hey, Chris, I got a question. Now, I know when B said we got a question, we're going to be in the phone about 15, 20 minutes, right? And he's going to lay about 30 questions out. Hey, Chris, what you think about this? Hey, Chris, what you think about this? Hey, Chris, what you think about this? No, because I really think about this. So we have been saying for a while, whoever contract did not get touched was the guy that was getting up out of here. So, you know, when we saw that Kenny Clark, I think it was yesterday, got his restructure, we said, Osa on these streets. And then when we talked a little bit earlier today, me and DMV, we were talking to our homie John Herndon, who much love to him. He had turned around and said, "Hey, Osa's deal is $16 million a year, which made it really palatable." So we were thinking, because I'm greedy, all right? I say, listen, if they give me a second, a third, and a fifth for him because it's palatable, I'll drive down to Dallas myself and help him get up out of there.
Well.
I hope your car got good tires on it.
Offered your services already, brother. Osa gonna take you up on that.
Hey,
Absolutely.
so I help them move. What I would do, I drive down there. I pay for somebody to move them. I ain't moving nobody. I don't even move myself. I pay people to come move me. I'll pack it. I ain't doing all that. Hey, yeah, pick that box, take that over here. That's what I do. But with that being said, I love the moves that it makes, and it gets us into that that touted third round, because we wanted to be able to go into draft day with at least a second or a third. Now that you have that third in place, and I don't want to over talk what you guys were already doing, you got the third in place. Now it puts 20 at the point where, can I move back 3-4 slots? Can I get a second? Now I get one first, a second, a third. I'll lay out in the fourth, and I got a couple of fifths. And even if I take a couple of those fifths and move up to the bottom half of the fourth round, I'm cooking, because I still have to get. Let's see how many more players I got to get, because it's been a consensus. How many more players on defense do you think we need, John? DMV, my bad. I didn't mean to put you out there like that. You and your government in the streets.
How many players we need? I think we got 2. I think we got 1.5 possible starters, because for me, Gary is the possible, right? Yeah. We all play spades here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We all play
Some
spades.
of us are good. Some of us are good. You got to read the board. But you got to read the board now. You got to read the board.
Exactly. That's why. Like, I think we got one in the possible starter that they've done in free agency so far. Like,
you say one in the possible?
One in the possible. Gary being the possible.
Yeah.
I think nah.
Jalen Thompson is probably your. Jalen Thompson is the guy who can start today.
That's the one. Okay, that's the one.
Now, I do think that Rashawn Gary has a good chance with Clowney not being re-signed yet or anything like that. But
as of today, he's a starter.
Yeah.
As of today.
Post-draft, that could change. Post-draft.
Yeah. That's why I said the possible. Yes.
So I'm on 2 on the possible. Okay. I'm on 2 on the possible because of everybody that you signed. You talking about the new additions, or you talking about?
I'm talking about the new additions.
New additions.
But then I got 2. I got 2.5. I got 2.5 because I'm talking. Is Obenge?
You got him starting over Kenny Clark,
the D tackle.
I got him starting with Kenny Clark. I think what you're going to do, I think you're going to start using Q as your Chris Jones type. Okay. I want to give you comparison. So if I use him as Chris Jones, I can put Kenny beside, I can put him on either side. I can put him as an end. I can put him as an end and just use Q, whoever the weakest link is. So I'm going Kenny. Yeah. What's my man's first name? Because his last name is giving me the
both of them you will butcher. Don't even look.
Yeah. Big O. I'm taking Kenny, Big O, and Q right up front, and then I'm all because I'm looking for a comparison where I can do the Justin Smith, Alden Smith thing with Gary. I don't think Gary's a guy that I want to keep having go face left tackle to right tackle. I want him fighting more defensive ends and things. Tight ends and things of that nature, catching a running back and rushing the passer. I want to leave the heavy lifting to those guys. So I can put O in the middle. I can put Clark. I can put Clark on one side of him and Q on the other side of him if I want to do it like that. Or you know what I'm saying, as of right now.
Now you be asking Kenny Clark to do something that he typically doesn't do because in Green Bay he
doesn't move too much. Yeah,
he was the nose.
He usually stays at the one.
But if I'm going with a 3-4 defensive end, I'm getting that guy to be able to stand up, hold guys, and be to the point of letting my other more athletic guys go flow and go get to the ball carrier. You see what I'm saying? I'm not asking him to pass rush. I'm asking him to kind of stand still, fight in there, maybe a little bit of peekaboo pass rushing, but for the most part, I want him to free Gary up, or is Rocco when he comes back on the opposite side, whoever's on that side with him.
Yeah, see, Rocco, I think going to stand up. I think he's going to stand up when he comes back.
I think Gary's going to stand up. I think Gary stands up.
Yeah. I think he can do, but it depends.
Right. Go ahead.
So yeah, that's why I'm like he's a possible, because we talked about this on the draft. We talked about this on the draft phone call. We talked on the draft phone call.
On the bad phone.
Draft, you looking to get, like, for me, I'm looking at getting both. I got to get me a traditional type of 3-4 D end, and I got to get a stand-up edge. I got to get both. You know what I'm saying? Alongside a linebacker. And they're still not done. Like, they just traded, and they get rid of it. What it looks like right now is that they're getting rid of people that are not fits. They're getting rid of the tweeners, the guys that was here. This is what's different in their approach this time, is that they're not trying to make guys that have been here work. And see, this is where I was on fire earlier, because I'm like, you signing back guys that are comfortable here and you trying to make it work. With Sam Williams, though, he has the ability to play in what you want to do.
There you go. He plays into it.
He's probably going to be a guy that stands up a bit, plays a little bit outside linebacker type thing.
That's what he was good at in college, and that kind of fits what they want him to do, to have him stand up. Because the guys you got here right now, they moving people to spots. Louis Fowl ain't in the middle no more. He outside. Overshown, he kind of hybrid, but I think they want to use his pass rush ability as well and pushing them towards the outside. So, I
think it's changed today with getting rid of Osa. I don't think you're going to see the 5-man fronts no more.
So I think let me ask y'all this. You mentioned how a lot of things can change for guys. What about some of your down roster darlings from last year? Like, what about Justin Houston, for example?
What about
how do things change for him?
You know about James? You said Justin James.
Excuse me, James Houston.
James Houston can stay, because James Houston has the ability to stand up and rush. So
it depends, though. It depends on who you draft, and see, that's a beautiful thing to have.
But John, you understand? I want to have James Houston here because somebody on this panel, I ain't saying who, doesn't judge rookies. So rookies, just as rookies don't get judged, I'm gonna get them out of there.
I'm gonna judge some of these second year players, though.
No.
Second year players.
But if I keep James Houston, then whatever rookie I bring in, whether it is a Romello Height, if it comes a guy like that, then he has the ability to ease his way into being that guy. I think the problem that we had last year with Rocco, he started to show progress
as the year went on. He struggled a little bit at first.
Absolutely. So having a veteran kind of teach him or kind of walk him through being a pro, I think that's what you want to be doing. And Houston does that.
Yeah.
And A64 is right in a sense, right? I don't consider that a 5 down. Like, for me, I don't consider it 5 down. If they're standing up, I don't consider it 5 down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like I don't know. It's just a weird thing, just because they can drop back in coverage or whatever. Like, if they're standing up, I don't like, you're traditionally in the gap and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why. I just don't. Like, 4 down for me. I mean, 5 down.
5 down is five guys with their hand in the dirt. Right.
Yeah, for sure. But I get what he's saying, though. But for me, and what I'm saying is, now you got because Osa wasn't going to stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why they were looking to have 5-man fronts, because he was the guy that didn't fit. They was trying to make it so that he fit with all the money they was paying.
True. Absolutely.
If that makes sense. And I kind of feel like you're right. My guy, TJ Parker, now you look at him. I got to keep throwing his name out there, guys, because that's my guy. That's my guy.
I understand that's your pet, Cat. I mean, I can see Parker being there. Peter Woods is a guy that I like as well. I like Peter Woods. Now you can start looking at some of these guys like Malachi Lawrence, you can look at him.
Yeah.
Malachi Lawrence is definitely fits the bill. You know what? I'll go ahead and say it here first before he probably already said it. But then
No, I didn't. I didn't. But yeah, go ahead.
okay.
Come on.
Now you have to definitely look at Kendrick Folk as a guy that you definitely
because Osa was keeping me from that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was keeping me from that because now Dallas got a 3rd round pick. Now that they got a 3rd round pick and they got 2 first, now it's like okay, like.
But what you're really trying to do is you had the young man on the roster, rest in power to Marshawn Nealon. Marshawn Nealon would be perfect in this situation. He'd be perfect in this. But God rest his soul. Now you've got to replace that. And Falk has all the different things that you like for a guy. He's super young. He plays with tenacity and violence. He has the ability to train him up the way you want to be, and he takes it personal if you beat him. This is why Brandon loves him. Okay, he's not defensive end one. No. He's long.
Very versatile.
He's kind of like what Marcus. You said it earlier on our call. This is kind of like Marcus Spears. Right. Meaning like Marcus Spears wasn't sexy to nobody. DeMarcus Ware was the sexy player. Right.
Yeah, but if you go back and look at that, Marcus was an absolute monster at LSU. So I can understand why that was a big push for Coach Parcells at that time. But you also got to remember,
I would say he was probably closer to like Tyrone Crawford.
Nah,
you don't think so? You don't think that Falk will be what Crawford had?
Oh, okay.
That versatility, all up and down the
line. I can see he could probably definitely do that. But I think the guy that really set that whole thing off in that draft, and we go back and look at, and we talked about it earlier, was Chris Canty. Because when you were able to pick up Chris Canty late like that, that's what really took it to the next level. And
groceries. Bill Parcells said, if I'm something along the lines of being able to pick the groceries. And so now you created that asset with getting that 3rd round pick to be able to create the groceries instead of, opening up the fridge and saying, I got to make something out of what's in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, guys, I posted the link here because I would love to hear some reactions from people out there. Quick, 2-minute reaction, or, we want to be able to create a safe space for fans to really be able to talk. Like we did this the other day, and it was a blast. We had a great time. This was on my channel. Chris jumped in. My boy Elton jumped in.
And
B-Bird. Where my guy B-Bird at, man? B-Bird got to jump on here or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I'll send him the link. I'm gonna send B-Bird this link and see if my boy jumps in. But yeah. Also hit that like button on both channels. You know what I'm saying? We got Frankly Football and we got DMV Fanatic, the people that's here. Hit that like button for us to let everybody know that we talking some real good football right now.
No doubt.
My bad, man. Doubt. Hey, B.
Yeah.
B, take it over, man. Go ahead and give us something right. Give us something to talk about.
So I think that it was really good for Osa to get traded. Because he gets traded to, even though they're a rival of ours, San Fran is a contender. And he can thrive there. They have the defensive scheme that allows him to do his thing very well. And they kind of built on a predication of do your job. You know what I'm saying? And they will be able to succeed. So I'm happy for that. I'm happy for us. We get a 3rd round pick. Chris and I talked about this yesterday. I was expecting a 4th round for Osa.
Me too.
Because of the position that he plays.
Me too.
So I'm happy that we got another top 100 pick. That puts a lot more guys who probably would have been out of our reach if we didn't take them at 12 or 20 back in the conversation. Zion Young is a guy who could fall to the top of that 3rd round, and he could be within our reach if we wanted to move up from 92. There's plenty of other guys like
what about Caleb Banks? Banks?
Yeah, Caleb Banks is another good one.
But Caleb was more of a pass. So when you start going with these defensive ends like you're talking, Caleb Banks is more of the pass rushing type defensive end, whereas Falk is he's going to be a great run defender.
He's a run stopper.
He's a run stopper, and then you can kind of work with him to maturate his pass rush or get him a bag for pass rush, but he's going to stop the run. So I think what I'm seeing, and I think that's what we saw with Denver's defense. We definitely saw that a lot Seattle too. We kind of mimicking some things. Teams are saying we're gonna stop the run, get elaborate on the back end with our defensive backs and our scheme in that area, and make it tough for you in that area. But we're definitely gonna stop the run first. So I think with Osa, with Kenny, with Big O, and with your draft pick, you can do that. Now you can build depth and athleticism in your linebacker and pass rushing guys. Izzy will be back hopefully sooner than later. You go get a guy, and then you can dance in the draft. But what we've been talking about at length is that, and y'all talked about it with Vach with Cover 3, man. Shout out to you, Tuck, and CFT. Teams are really bad at this draft thing.
Absolutely.
And other teams other players are going to, do we get him with
boy.
So if you talk about who can fall to 12, because what we're missing is 3 of these wide receivers are going,
that's true.
We don't suck at it. We
in a slump right now, though. We in a slump though.
I'm about to say, we need some slump busters, bro. We gotta bang out a fatty real quick, bro.
We trying to get to the upper echelon. We down here with these hood rats right now. But I think you turn around, if you turn around where a couple of these offensive tackles go off the board, a couple of these wide receivers go off the board, you're gonna push some of the guys that we know and love and like. I know I got one that's unpopular for everybody, but I'm just going to say it out loud. Jeremiah Love's in the process, bro. Jeremiah Love is on the board.
I mean, we would have to be cleaned up.
I mean, but see, you can't. Here's the thing. You can't be cleaned out at 12. There's no possible way to be cleaned out at 12, especially with the additions you're already making. You see what I'm saying?
Jeremiah Love helps your defense.
I mean, by scoring more points, sure.
No. Vach said something. Vach said something on Cover 3. I couldn't catch it. I rewound about 4 times with certain things. Like George helps you by being on your roster. Yeah. Jeremiah Love gives you the one thing that Randy Dakota Prescott hasn't had since 2018. An elite running game.
Boom, boom, boom. I don't got no sounds, but boom, 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 boom.
But here's the problem, though. Here's my problem. The one person I don't trust, in this whole scenario is Shotty. Because Shotty wants to throw the football.
Yeah.
Now, that's the joker that lied to you. That's the joker that said, I wanted to have a physical ground pounding run game, right? And proceeded to have a 1,300-yard and 1,000-yard wide receiver. And if CD doesn't have those games against Philly where he's dropping and missiles coming in, you probably have 2 1,300-yard wide receivers. Damn, hey, what's up, B-Bird?
What's up, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Yeah, I can hear you. But that's my point. Shotty's the one that's been lying to me because Shotty don't run the football like that. But if you turned around and got an elite runner like
So let me challenge you a bit on that, Chris. It's really hard to run the football when you gotta score every drive. It's really hard to run the football at that point. If you gotta score 35 just to compete week to week.
Hey, hold on, dog. Hold on. We're not dealing with the 49th offense in all of pro football. Yeah. Because we ain't got that no more. Get that out your head. Watch that out your mind. We're not dealing with the 49th best defense in all of football. Because I got a couple of colleges, a couple of high schools, and a middle school that was better than that defense last year. So since that's the case, because I'm putting pieces in place, I've upgraded my safety room by leaps and bounds by just getting the kid that we got from Arizona.
Yeah, sure.
And the dude with a fifth vertebrae who played all last year. Yeah. That's how bad that secondary was last year. Rebel will be on my medical mindset of being almost 2 years, almost a full year away from his surgery and his rehab, so he'll be better. I don't know about bad foot Bland because he ain't even got a good foot. James Brown can't even deal with him. He ain't even got a good foot to get on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with Bland, so I got to figure out what's going on. You know, you got Reddy. Reddy's the try-hard guy. You're gonna go find another a cornerback. So my defense, if my defense is middle of the road, I can dictate the game.
And that is that's why getting these day 2 picks is so important, because like I said, you open yourself up to guys who can improve your defense by leaps and bounds based off of what you had last year. Like I said, if you get a third, you open yourself up for guys like Anthony Hill out of Texas. Anthony Hill, linebacker, Texas. I'll be sure to give you the name, position, and school moving forward. And that helps you, just because you would keep Kenneth Murray off of the field. You don't have that guy on your team.
Is he on the roster?
No, thank God.
Okay, so I ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, sure, but you get an upgrade just by osmosis. You know what I'm saying?
You get an upgrade by subtraction. There ain't no osmosis. That's an upgrade by subtraction.
Uh-huh.
This is addition by subtraction. That ain't osmosis. Nah, it ain't just thinking about it. Him not being able to put on a uniform and get on the field, that's how you get your upgrades.
And so, hey, B-Bird, what's going on, man? Hey, I can't let you sneak in this conversation without saying anything, man. What are your initial thoughts of the moves that the Cowboys have made so far with securing a 3rd round pick for Osa Odighizuwa, trading away Solomon Thomas for I guess being able to move up in the 7th round?
That was just like a move up like 7 spots or something like that.
But hey, they was getting them. They was trimming off some fat in order to move up. So what's your thoughts, B-Bird?
Well, initially, I've been thinking that Osa should be a part of I just don't think that your defense has been too bad to where you can have 3 good defensive tackles. You have to give off one of those defensive tackles to get better somewhere else. To get a 3rd back, and especially, we had 2 firsts, and then we dropped all the way to the 4th. I thought it was a good deal, because it's a good deal for San Francisco too, right? Like, he's a good player, but we kind of had some riches there, defensive tackles that we should not have had, man. We got to trade one of those guys to get better somewhere else, right? Like,
absolutely.
And he was the 3rd best defensive tackle, right? Yeah. Also, too, man, that contract, one of the things I said about Osa is, if Osa was all what he's supposed to be, then you don't need Clark and Williams like you needed them, right? And so since that you needed those tackles, and he's your 3rd best one, you could trade him off and get a 3rd. San Francisco's getting a great player, a good player, that is. Yeah. I think overall we did good there. That's probably, this Osa trade is probably my favorite move of the off season. I'm not giving them too much credit, man, because I think a lot of things are smoke and mirrors. The only reason I say that is this, man. That, I honestly think that the pass rush, man, it takes away a lot of stuff on the back end. Your cornerbacks and your safeties don't have to be that good when you got the instant pass rush or instant pressure.
Talk to him, Bird. Talk to him, Bird.
So when Eberflus was an issue last year, but Eberflus took this job going into the season, strategizing as though he's going to have that guy on the corner.
Yeah.
And he didn't have that guy within 2 weeks of starting the season. And then everybody blames Eberflus. But, man, it's hard to take that guy away and then be the same defense that you was going to be before that. And so I think that pressure makes everything – and that's why I want that guy. And I know Gary is not that guy, right? Because if he was that guy, Green Bay keeps him.
Yeah.
If he was that guy, they don't even have to trade for Michael Parsons. So he's not that guy.
Okay.
I don't necessarily like that trade at all, because I don't like the trade because to me it's smoke and mirrors. They tried to do it at the start of free agency, like, okay, yeah, we own. No, that's a trade, dog. You could do that anytime you wanted to. We really had it. Boss said it best. The things that we usually do week 8 of free agency, we just did it week 1. A lot of
that is a great point, actually.
Yeah, and then it makes you think like you're in the mix. They're doing it first week, but it's the same thing you've done before. You're just moving it forward.
Yeah. Isn't timing important, though, B-Bird?
Well, I'll tell you what. The Osa move, though, that's the one to me. That's the best move.
That's why I said it's the best
they've made so far.
I like. Well, I'm gonna go back to what you said, B-Bird, because DMV almost had a conniption the other day when we went ahead and signed Sam Williams. I had to talk him off.
I still think you could have done that 2 weeks from now. But that's just me.
Because Sam Williams is really your dollar. That's your Dollar General. That's our usual guy that we get week 5 of free agency right before the draft. Like, oh yeah, we brought Sam Williams back for the amount of money you paid him, right? And because everybody was thinking about other people like that, like we were talking about Kenyon Chason. We were talking about him, paying him $12 million. And then when you start looking at what Chason did in New England, well, he had a one good year, right? And so you're gonna bring him in hoping he can replicate that again. Well, if I put Sam Williams in that position with a better scheme, can I get the same thing I got with Chase on for $9 million less?
I'm glad that you mentioned that, Chris. I'm glad that you mentioned that. So the thing about Sam Williams is his development was stymied last year by the loss of Michael Parsons. Last year was supposed to be the year that he was able to be the guy that didn't get all of the attention and try to capitalize when Michael getting double teams, and that was taken away from him. Okay. And I got my own gripes with Sam Williams. Allegedly I hold grudges. I've never heard that before in my life.
What?
I ain't never seen a 4-year rookie, bro. That's my issue. Right. Every year he's a rookie. Every year.
Right. I don't think every year he's been a rookie, but he's still been a productive guy via his special teams work. With being able to block a field.
You're not getting penalties.
Yeah, I mean, I get you that. I'm with you. I'm not. Listen, I am not the head honcho, founder, and keeper of the Sam Williams fan club.
I don't know, man. You might have got him an NIL deal, baby.
Hey, that's a lit. Hey, but nevertheless, you still turn around and you get him. You could have got him later. And I think that's what everybody. Oh, we, like Bird said, we smoking mirrors. Okay, we bring Sam Williams back. Oh, we doing something. But I do think getting the safety was a huge up. I think that was the best one thus far.
But with that safety that we did get, we signed him for 3 years. Do you know that? I can't remember the last time we signed a guy, made that kind of commitment to a guy. And I always bring up Brandon Carr in 2012.
Absolutely,
which is the reason why we're in this situation, man. They felt like they got bit by that. And so they never want to go.
Brandon Carr wasn't that bad though.
Huh? No, he was not.
No, but it was the amount of money they paid him.
Yeah, it was the amount of money they paid
him, and they expected him to be a turnover machine.
Yeah,
a turnover maker. But
if
that
you
guy
really
was.
Think about it, man. The natural lifespan of a GM probably takes you about 6 or 7 years. Really, since that Brandon Carr trade, the 6 or 7 years would have went over about 3 times. And then that next GM would not have been, oh, man, I'm using free agency. Yeah, man, but Brandon Carr, that wasn't on me. That was on somebody else. But since we have the same GM,
there you go, Bird.
PTSD from a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But one, I'm going to tell you the biggest signing, to be honest with you, is that's undercover that probably is going to put us over the hump. Man, we signed Jonathan Mingo. And, I mean, that was a big one, man, to get back and to
oh man, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was a joke. So that you said
that. Bird out here trolling in these streets, man.
Yeah, he trolling.
Jonathan Mingo, man. That's it.
Yeah. What, man?
Well, hey, man, if you don't get your 5th wide receiver under contract, you ain't nothing, man.
Hey, man, you ain't nothing. You ain't even in free agents if you don't get your 5th wide receiver. You know, but I mean, golly, he got me with that one. Almost choked the brother out, but I like. I'm not a big fan of Jonathan Mingo at all.
I got to ask this, man, because I'm old. I've been forgotten. So, look, with Pickens, if I'm serious about y'all tell me here, if I'm serious about free agency, and I know Pickens is going to cost 27 point whatever against my cap, and it's holding me kind of hostage because the franchise tag is dollar for dollar.
Yes.
If I want to keep him, don't I push hard before free agency to get that deal done so I can decrease his cap hit? Or am I looking at that wrong? Because to me, that's a sign that you're not going to really do a lot. And if you're carrying that cap hit into the free agency, that means that you're not really caring about what's out there because you're not really going to spend that big money on it. That could have been the indicator, unless y'all see something I don't see on that.
I understand how the Joneses operate. They like to keep a little bit of unused cap dollars going into camp so that they can sign a guy in the event that something doesn't look to be working out. That's what they did with Jadeveon Clowney. They saved that $38 until week 3 in the season and then signed him. So I understand their trends. So yes, they may not want to do it, or they may not be pressed to do it right now. But when they do it, I can still imagine them holding on to a few of those dollars.
But I'm saying going into free agency with that money already accounted for, right?
He hadn't signed the tag yet, so the tag is there. The tag is the place. The tag is there. The way they did it, I think, is perfect. And the reason I say it's perfect is because
I don't think it's perfect, but
no, I think it's perfect. Okay, And the reason I say this, one, you don't have to do the one thing. I don't like the fact they hate to avoid it, but I don't think they got to deal with the back end stuff that they had to deal with Micah because they already had a deal set with Micah. But because Mugaleta hadn't went and made his deal, then you didn't have to come back and forth and hash back and forth about the money. Let them go find a deal. Let Mugaleta go find the best deal possible. My problem with David is this. I have no problem with everybody getting their money. I am all about player. You have a short, finite amount of time to be able to do this. But when you go out and be able to get your bread, go get your bread. Yeah. David blows the market out the water. You go back and look at his big deals. He's 10, 15% higher than the top guy. And let's be totally honest with you. I love George Pickens. I love him with my whole entire heart. He's not the best wide receiver on my football team. My best wide receiver on my football team is CeeDee Lamb. Now, going back, because I listen to all these cats. The way you deal with this Pickens deal lets you know, is your long-term vision with Pickens or is your long-term vision with CD?
Hear me out. Hear me out, man. Look.
Oh boy.
I gotta maximize myself for now. Now, while I agree with you, set it off that I do think CD is the better of the two.
Gotcha.
I think Pickens is better for Dak because he is the X. Now, what I'm going to tell you is Dak has never really truly had chemistry with an X receiver. And it showed you how important it really is for him. And why do I say that, right? You have a guy that could hit home runs, who could erase some of the bad things that are out there. And what do I mean by that? CeeDee Lamb gets hurt or CeeDee Lamb pouts. Flo stepped right in there and you didn't miss a beat with productivity. You didn't miss a beat at all. Matter of fact, Flo looked like CD out there. You know what I'm saying? So talent-wise, I can see what you're saying. But Pickens being able to, you can't teach. How tall is he? Is he 6'4"?
Yeah,
if he's not 6'4", he's playing like he's 6'4".
He's 6'4". He played like he's 6'7".
Yeah,
but he plays like he's 6'7". I'm with you with that. I'm with you with that, DMV. I think the one thing they've never given him again, and I always go with that, is they've never given him Cole Beasley. They haven't given him Cole Beasley. That's the guy they've never given him again, because they already did that. I mean, Michael Gallup was an X. He was a proficient X.
He just couldn't stay healthy.
He wasn't. Now, when he got hurt, he got hurt. So you upgraded your X. Your Z, CD can be your Z. He's your Z. You haven't upgraded. You haven't upgraded your F. You haven't had a guy as good as Cole Beasley since he left. If you do that, you unlock it. Now that little bitty dude
as a third guy, I agree.
Yeah, no, I'm that little dude that they got on there that can't catch the football and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you got to get rid of him. I figure out a way to get him up out of here. I don't defame him.
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you in a sense, but I also think that, okay, what's more important? Like, because we're talking about getting him another Beasley, but I feel like they ain't gave him a dynamic weapon to hand that ball off to change it up. You know what I'm saying? Remember Buffalo? Buffalo, multiple times, Josh Allen has played like doo-doo, and James Cook has bailed him out. Matter of fact, I'd even say, and I'm saying this now, y'all can call me crazy, I think James Cook is the best player on the Buffalo Bills.
You crazy, because the big
second best.
He's the second best. The big Galoot is the best player on. Haas Cartwright,
the big Galoot without James Cook. Right now, at least.
Haas Cartwright 2026 is the best player on that football team.
Okay, James Cook right now is a top 3 running back, and sometimes he looked like he was number 1.
Yeah.
Remember, I was doing a running back series, and I'm like, oh my God, he's doing some things right now that people aren't doing, and he catches the ball. You got to remember, when he also throwing to him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Hey, he gets a lot of touches.
So
you had 12 and all the defenders are gone and Jeremiah Love sitting there. DMV, you taking Jeremiah Love?
I'm taking Jeremiah Love. I was taking Jeremiah Love anyway.
Yeah,
I'm taking Jeremiah Love anyway.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. A lot of people look at that crazy. I don't, because man, dude, I would back the Cowboys 100% if they take Jeremiah Love. and I'm gonna tell you why.
Go ahead.
That dynamic run game, man. You want to talk about helping your defense?
Come on.
That dude from the fifth, that dude can play football, man. And we haven't had a dynamic running back. And I'll tell y'all this: name a Super Bowl we won without a Hall of Fame running back.
You can't do it. It's not even possible.
We don't do it, man.
You don't do it.
We ain't doing it through the air. But one thing I was going to say about Pickens, go back to that for a second, is that I told my son when CD got hurt, I said, man, this is actually going to be good. And then he said, why? I said, because now Dak has to go to Pickens. He can't choose to go to Pickens. He has to go. I said, what that's going to do is make him have chemistry and trust in Pickens now. So we saw that happen and saw how the offense came out during that time. Mm-hmm. And then we also saw what y'all just said his name, the other
Flournoy. Yeah.
You saw him show up, had a 100-yard game, and then now you bring CD back, and now Dak has confidence in all three of his wide receivers.
Absolutely,
the offense just kept on going, man. But Dak, I think with Cooks wasn't good as Pickens, but Dak never really trusted Cooks either, right? Cook.
No, I mean, he's a body catcher, so I mean, you can't trust guys that are, like my man said in the chat. Catch radius. When your catch radius is amazing as George's is, you want to be able to keep that. But
now contrast that to Brandon Cooks, where his catch radius is his torso. You know what I'm saying? It's here. It doesn't extend out here and here. You know what I'm saying? So and you have to think that Dak is a pinpoint quarterback. Dak is gonna put the ball right where it needs to be. He's gonna thread a needle.
Yeah, he has, he's a contested ball catching quarterback. Mm-hmm. He will put it in those places. But like I said, if you give him a dynamic running game, now I understand people are gonna look at us crazy. I've been Jeremiah Love was one of my top 5 guys that I'm not drafting away from. Mm-hmm. And I understand that. I don't have a problem with Kaytron Allen in the 3rd or in the 2nd if I can get that to the point.
Love it.
I love Kaytron Allen as well. Mm-hmm. But to fill out this defense, because I still need 8 more guys. I still need 8 more guys on defense. And so we just continue to stockpile. So if I can get 12, a dynamic defender at 12, at 20, be able to kick back, maybe get my big, long, angular, athletic defensive end, and then get a 2nd, then I'm definitely looking at that. I'm definitely looking at him doing that, because he doesn't stop getting a running back in the 2nd. Doesn't stop me from whoever Blue is or Maffa is. I could care less.
Yeah,
I've already signed. That's probably the best I'm gonna get out of Javonte Williams. What I got last year.
Yeah, for sure. Probably the best you're gonna get out of Pickens too. Let's keep it a buck. Probably the best you can get out of him.
Yeah.
I think George can go. I think George can go another level. Okay, that's just me.
So you think he can go like 1,700?
If you get a solid running back to pair alongside Williams, to where he doesn't, you were able to see the steam kind of go out of Javonte Williams a little bit as the season went on, because we couldn't trust none of the guys behind him. So if you get a solid running back who can be a complementary piece of that, to where you can keep that offense matriculating down the field. Yeah, I do believe that George could be like one of those top 1-2 leading receivers in the league. He's shown that he can do it.
Hey, how about this? If you get a dynamic running game, George nor CD have to go 1,800 yards.
That's right.
That's the hope, right? At that point, you pounded people in submission.
Playoff run. You plan them for matchups for your deep playoff run.
Right.
If you're able to get to that point, and you got to be able to get to that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you haven't been able to get to that point with no dynamic run game. You know what I'm saying? And having a dynamic pass game.
And that is the great thing about being able to have a day 2 pick now. If you don't have a day 2 pick at all, man, you gotta really calculate for need in round 4. Now that you got a pick in the 3rd, you can kind of maybe use either that 3rd or your 4th on like a running back. Like go and get like a.
You don't have a 4th though.
Yes, you do.
You don't have a 4th.
You got a 3rd. You don't got a 4th. Oh no, yes, you
do.
No, you got a 4th. Yeah, you got a 4th.
We got extra 4th. Okay. Yeah, we have 112. We have a 2nd.
You're right. The 2nd round pick is 20 right now.
Yeah, absolutely right.
You can add on to it, right? Yeah.
So going back to what I was saying is, you can use either that 3rd or that 4th round pick on a running back now if you see the opportunity to, like you said, Chris, Kaytron Allen or Jaden Ott, or even Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska. You got options now for guys who possibly fall into that range who could help your offense.
Yeah, I need a home run.
You didn't have that opportunity before. If you don't have day 2 at all, you got to calculate for need in the 4th round.
Yeah, I mean, you can go get a Jamari Taylor running back out of Virginia. I need a home. I don't have a home run hitter. I don't have a home run hitter that I trust. Okay, I don't have a home run hitter I trust. So what month he said? How many elite offenses? What did he say?
Get shut down by elite defenses.
So he'd rather have an elite defense.
I agree with you.
I'm with that. Yeah.
Well, the problem, can I tell you what the problem with that is?
Go ahead.
Offenses sell tickets, and the Jones are interested in selling tickets, man. That's why
there you go, Bird.
That's why they never built a defense like the offense. In the Dak and Romo era, we probably had about 7 or 8 probably about 10 or 12 top 10 offenses.
Yeah.
When have we had a top 10 defense? It's been very, very rare.
No, I think we had 13. One, but it was fool's gold. I want to say, right?
I definitely you was talking about that bend don't break year, right? Yeah, where they allowed a whole ton of yards.
Like 2021, 2022, we had a top 10 defense. It was fool's gold because we can get ran on at any time.
Well, the thing about it is turnovers. One year we had a lot of turnovers. That's fool's gold too, because what happens when you don't get those turnovers? Then what happens, right?
That's right. Yeah, you haven't. Yeah,
we don't get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I want to say what? Okay. Yeah.
Top defense 2007. Yeah.
I do want to read a super chat real fast.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Oh man.
Okay. Ahead, because Michael Autry's asking a very good question, and I put it up, but we kept kind of talking. But this is for all of y'all. Do all of you want to go get Crosby still or not?
Mike, thank you for the super chat, bro.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Much love, Mike.
So to answer that question, I would, because that brick got stepped on, man. It's Similac all up in that, all right? So if the price drops down to let's say hypothetically like a 1st and a 5th or something like that, absolutely I would go see what it's hitting on for Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby failed the physical because he's still in the recovery window to do regular stuff, to do regular human being stuff after getting meniscus surgery. That timeline is 8 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks. He got the surgery January 7th. Chris and I did this research yesterday. So on March 8th, he hit 2 months, 8 weeks. So he's not going to be able to do football player stuff from anywhere to 3 to 6 months later. So by July, by training camp really hitting, that's when he really going to be himself again from this type of surgery and recovery. So absolutely, if the brick got stepped on that much and it's really not hitting like that, boy, I throw them people a 1st and a 5th and ride off into the sunset.
Okay, so I just started a poll. Just started a poll over here. Do you guys still want Maxx Crosby? You guys can, what I'm saying, click on the yes, click on the no. But do you guys still want Maxx Crosby?
What you think, B-Bird?
I'm clicking on yes on my phone right now.
I would tell you this, man. Last year at the trade deadline, I was screaming Maxx Crosby because, as you said, Chris, our safety play was terrible last year, man. Now we got good safety. I mean, we didn't have good safety play. I say, okay, well, how can we get better? Well, we can get the pass rush better, then we can get Maxx Crosby. We get that instant pressure like we used to.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we got Williams. I couldn't argue with that. That was still a good acquisition. Right. But in offseason, one thing too, man, is that his price can't be that high no more, man. And so they got to be trying to get rid of this dude, man.
There you go.
So now, if the Cowboys were serious about him before, why aren't you inquiring now? And if they are inquiring, hopefully they are. We can get him for the low, something way less, and then come back and look at it and understand that he's coming off meniscus. Hey, we're gonna slowly bring him along, and this, that, and other, and whatever. If his medical checks out, man, we still don't know what his medical is.
Okay.
And so, but I am still in the market for instant pass rush. But that guy, man, when he's healthy, he's not just a sack defensive end, man. That dude's a wrecker on whatever side he wants. TFLs, pressure. I mean, he does it all. Intercept the ball. He does all those things, man. And that's a guy like that, man, with a motor like that. He can really play it. People say, does he fit your scheme? A dude like that fits all schemes, man.
He's scheme diverse. He's scheme diverse. Okay.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think they can make it work. I think they can make it work. I don't know. Like, I'm still kind of stuck on whether or not I think that he could fit what Christian Parker was saying. But to what you're saying though, if this was his idea that we need to go trade for him, go figure it out, and this wasn't Jerry's, but this was Christian Parker's, that's what I want to know. You know, if I wish I could be on the fly on the wall to know that, because oftentimes stuff like that has happened. Like, for example, Bill Parcells didn't want T.O. No. Jerry wanted T.O.
Yeah, Jerry wanted T.O. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Parcells didn't want DeMarcus Ware like that.
He wanted Marcus
Spears. DeMarcus Ware.
He wanted right.
And so, sometimes Jerry was right. He was right in both of those instances.
Both instances, he was right.
And that
he
hurt
was right. Yeah.
Him being right hurt us.
No, okay. We'll hit that one on the back end. So I'm gonna give you both sides of the same what I like. One, I love how Brandon always talking about the brick, like he was out in these streets doing that, knowing he lived in the suburbs, knowing he watched The Wire. He watched The Wire. I love how he talk about slinging his work.
Snowfall, bro.
Yeah, go the snowfall, all that. James, Ghost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Brandon St. Patrick.
Hey, look, Brandon St. Patrick. But what he's saying about this situation is twofold. One, yes, the price for him drops. Secondly, the Raiders have that $28 million that the Raiders were supposed to have. They gave that money away already.
Yeah,
they gave that money away with all the people. They wouldn't got Kwity Paye. Yeah. They wouldn't got Nakobe Dean. They wouldn't got pieces thinking he was gone. So now he's back. So now that's a relationship thing. And I don't know about any of y'all, man. You know, football players take that serious. Oh, you game full of Alonzo from training day. You gonna do this to me?
Oh, you gonna do this to me?
This how you gonna treat right? So that's the situation you're looking at. So now, if you talk about taking it down the road, can you get it for? Maybe you ain't got to give up a first. You just trying to maybe get him out the building. And let me give you some conditional stuff. Let me give you conditional work so I can get him here. But my opposite side is I'm gonna go with John said earlier today. It's a cash system, right? We talk about a lot of different shows, man. So I'm a big Game of Thrones guy. I'm to the point I'm in a cash system. Right now, Dak is a Lannister, right? CD's a Lannister. George is about to be a Lannister. George Pickens is about to be a Lannister.
I know you're going with this.
Come on, right? Quentin Williams is a Lannister. If I go get Maxx Crosby, right? I'm in turn bringing on a Lannister, even though I got 4 years worth of control, and he's going towards the back end of it.
He a bastard to me. He might be Jon Snow.
Come on, dog. He might be, but the problem is now
he's like a wildling.
Yeah. But there will always be a Stark or Winterfell. Nevertheless, if I can go ahead and get him, I want to get him for less value. And then I can be able to put it in. But my problem is I want to go get some of these young guys. Some of these young guys, or you go get your own young guy that's cheap, right? They thought they were going to send him. That's what they say. They thought they were going to send him to Pelican Bay. But I can go get young, cheap, and talented. And that's what you have with 20 you can do. Zion Young is going to be there, all right? Kendrick Falk is going to be there. Malachi Lawrence is going to be there. Yeah. Peter Woods is going to be there. TJ Parker's going to be there. You can go get your own young guy.
And you can trade back at 20, really.
There you go.
Right. So let me ask y'all, this is my thought process, right? And Ezra Raku kind of proved that out. So he was a 16.
There you go, Bird. I go ahead.
He was a 16 sack guy at Boston College, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So he came into the league, and it takes him a while, man. How do you line up? It's hard to draft guys that line up with Dak's window, right? I don't need a guy peaking and getting ready to go in 4 years.
When he's right, okay. You want him right now.
That's why I want to.
You want him right now. I say right. So the question going back to B's, medical timeline, and he's really starting to understand what I feel about with this medical timeline is that you got him inside his first 8 weeks. So now you're looking at April, May, June, July. That's 4 more months to get him up to speed. And I hope that works out. And if you turn around and get, but I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man, I'm making him sleep out making him sleep out with the wolves and whatnot. He gonna have a nice dire wolf, but yeah, I'm making him sleep outside, bro.
He said it all.
Yeah,
my man said Dak is a who? He don't get it. We talk about the rich and the poor.
Yeah, we talk about the rich and the poor. Yeah, the rich and the poor.
That's my guy Shaheem. Big fan of the show, and that's one of my friends in real life, man.
Yeah. Shaheem, good people, man. He a Jets fan, so he ain't used to seeing good stuff happen in real life. So we had to bring him along kind of slow. But yeah, that's where he at, man. That's where he at. He's a richer. He's on the elite side that you're going to turn around and have to pay him this kind of money. So you got to find out if you can bring in a guy that's now unwanted, right? Been traded and sent back. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Nobody wants
came back from the dead. That's Avon Targaryen.
You know what I'm saying? So you looking at this might be a blessing in disguise, but I'm just so wanting to go get a young and B-Bird, you spot on. I don't have the window for a young guy.
I don't have a window for it.
I don't have a window for the young guy.
I was thinking today, I was talking to my son today, and I said, man, how many first-year pass rushers come in and be very effective? And we started naming the guys like Garrett, Michael Parsons, and
I'll give you.
And I said
Jared Verse, I think, came in right.
And I'll give you a guy. He probably won't be playing football no more. But the Pierce kid down in Atlanta.
Yeah, man, he in trouble though, Chris.
Yeah. But we saying first year guys come in and be dynamic. And he I think he was the 15, 16 pick in the draft. Went to Atlanta. And I think if you look it up, I think he had 8-10 sacks last year.
Yeah, he performed very well.
So B-Bird, I'm with you. I want the young talented pass rusher. I just don't have a window lined up for the young enough quarterback
that's it. We've been spoiled, man. We got Tony Romo and we got Dak Prescott for 1 fourth round draft pick. If you really think about it.
Dude,
you really should be on top, man. We've had about 20 years of Pro Bowl quarterbacking, man, and we ain't made NFC championship game. I'm gonna tell you right now. Watch this. This is a serious question. Any one of y'all three, if I was to tell y'all, hey man, look, I'm gonna make y'all GM, and you'll say, okay, I'm not really qualified for it. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make sure that y'all have 20 years of Pro Bowl quarterback play. Can y'all build y'all roster around it? Y'all gonna be like, wait a minute, the most important position in all the sports, you're gonna make sure that I'm at an 8 or 10.
You're gonna guarantee me 20 years.
Oh no, how many NFC championship games you gonna make? You're gonna be like 20. I gotta at least make 5 or 6 of those. And
Absolutely.
So, dude, this is almost a feat that's not even fathomable that you can have a quarterback play that good and still not get to the NFC championship game.
I mean,
got to be some kind of dysfunctional not to get to the NFC championship game with this type of quarterback play.
Absolutely.
That's crazy to me, man.
Yeah, having 20 years of competent quarterback play.
Yeah, man. We're talking Pro Bowl quarterback play from Romo and Dak.
20 years and doing nothing with it is just
that's
absolutely
dude, that's crazy because
that's the only other talent, man, to be able to pull that off.
Well, I mean, part of the issue they didn't get good like legit consistent in drafting until after Romo's prime. They had years here and there where they really hit a home run, but they consistently kind of let those Romo years down with mediocre draft classes.
That 2009 draft class is probably the worst draft class in all of NFL history, without question. The special teams draft was the god awfulest worst of all time. Don't get mad, B-Bird. I know you remember that one, don't you? Right? Yeah, man.
Yeah. I tell you what, that Mozzie draft ain't gonna be too far behind it either.
I was just about to mention that. About to mention that, B-Bird. Now they gave Dak some amazing draft classes in the beginning of his career. They did. They gave
Is
Dak
anybody
some
still on
amazing
the
draft
team from
classes.
that?
Huh?
Is anybody still on the team from that?
No.
School maker.
Oh no, the Overshown.
School. Yeah, Overshown School. Yeah. Listen, man. I know
School about to retire. He was like 28 years old when we got him.
I'm trying to get School out of there, bro. I'm trying to get School. Salute to Jake Tuck, my guy.
Oh, the God. What's up there, C? What's going on, Jake Tuck?
Salute to you, bro. Man?
Good looking out, bro. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. That's what I'm looking at. But with the moves they've made, with the additions, they're and going back to what DMV had said earlier, you can't be mad. Or DMV was hot about they ain't spending no money.
Love you,
yeah, there you go. That's
kids
what's up,
coming,
man.
they leaving, man.
Ain't nothing like that.
Shout
Ain't nothing like that.
out,
Yeah, shout out to the kids, man.
Spring break,
but
I had a lot of kids over, man. My
Hey.
youngest kids over and all that stuff.
That's what's up, man.
That's a
Yeah,
blessing,
love it,
brother.
Dope.
Love it. Shout out Black Fatherhood.
Yeah, man. Black fathers matter without questions. It does. But you go back and say, we're not spending money. The problem I've had in the past, and I know y'all have had it, we had, hey, this guy's linked to the Cowboys. And we all sitting up there, we putting the jersey on him and all that, and they ain't called nobody. They made legitimate calls to people we wanted. They called N'Kobe. This is what we got on the table. N'Kobe said, I want to go play for the Raiders. Okay, you can't fault him for that.
Shit, I want to go to Vegas. I want to go to the
Vegas.
Raiders. I don't want to come to Dallas. I'm good. You guys got a quarterback. The Raiders don't. I still want to go there.
I still want to go there. Ain't nothing you can do with that. Ain't nothing you can do with that. People make bad decisions all the time. You know, they make bad decisions all the time. You turn around the same thing. I think you got help by the Ravens putting the pressure on the Raiders to make that move with Maxx, and you find out what it was because what Brandon told me, he said they would have kept. No, John said they probably would have kept him anyway, no matter what his need looked like. And I didn't, but they held to their guns by not giving up 2 firsts.
Yeah.
This thing, man, this thing may have flipped all the way back, man. I might be able to take over the whole corner. I don't even need Snot or Bodie or anybody. I probably get this package pretty cheap. Man, I ain't did this thing, you know, we can get the red tops and we can just go tell people, man, we back, them towers is back up, man. Them towers is back up, man. We can get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. So look, man, I got to get ready because look, similar to B-Bird, man. Look, fatherhood is calling. Look, they didn't got up from naps because they look. I was like, let me get this show while people taking naps, doing laundry and all this type of stuff.
Yeah, man.
I gotta get ready to go, man.
Yeah,
but,
I got dogs to walk. I got 5 miles of dog walking. I know you get
beat over the head over there, man.
Man, my wife was talking about kicking the door in.
If you need help.
Hey man, nah, I'm good because she said she was gonna kick the door in if I went too long. So I appreciate you wrapping this thing up, dog.
Yeah. So B.
Yes, sir.
What's your final thoughts on today so far?
Well,
and do you think that I'm talking about Brandon? My bad, not B.
My bad.
Brandon. Yeah. What's your final thoughts on today? And did Dallas get better?
I think that Dallas gave themselves the opportunity to get better. Today they are not better than they were yesterday. You know, we lost good talent. You know, that's just the facts. But I think that Osa was always going to be that odd man out in that defensive tackle room. And come April, they gave themselves one more opportunity to get better. I like the move. The Solomon Thomas move, cool. He was probably going to be out of the way anyway. Move up a little bit in the 7th. Great.
Gotcha. B-Bird.
I think today, man, I really like the Osa trade. That's my favorite transaction of the whole thing, to be honest with you, because we had a guy that was our 3rd best player at the defensive tackle position. We got a 3rd round draft pick for him, which we really needed because we didn't have anything in the 2nd and 3rd. And so I like that. I like that one all together. Overall free agency, I'm thinking of it like a C. I think it's pretty much similar to what we've always done. Got our names caught up in a lot of different things. But again, closing the deal means everything. That's not horseshoes getting close or anything like that. Close the deal, get the guy. I think they go into free agency with a window or a window of money. They didn't want to spend an upper limit. And if it gets to that, they just cut it off. Sometimes you got to go a little higher than that, man, if you really want what you got. And I think they're just not there yet with that. So right now we're better. But it's almost the analogy I give. If I made a 47 on my algebra test and I get a retake and I make a 58 on it, I did do better. I'm still failing though.
Still failing.
Right?
Yeah, okay.
So I did do better. Like, am I better? Yeah, we're better, but I'm still failing though. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Hey man, a 47. Hey, I know I made one of them one time. I know I did, but I'm with you.
I'm gonna get off too, man. I got to go tell my kids bye.
Hey, go do your thing, Bird, man.
Excellent working with you as always, bro.
Hey, man, can I plug the show?
Oh yeah, man, definitely go do that.
Yeah.
Do that.
So,
plug your show. Absolutely. I was going. Yeah,
hey,
go ahead.
This B-Bird Cowboys, man. I'm on YouTube and on been very active on X. And also do the OG podcast on Friday nights, man, at 7 p.m., man. Y'all come check us out.
No doubt.
We're going to be on there. We're going to have a lot to say this week, too, man. So y'all come check us out. I appreciate y'all having me on, too, D.
Yeah, make sure you send me an invite, bro.
Send me an invite, dog. Send us an invite.
Will do, man. Appreciate y'all, man.
No doubt.
I appreciate you. I'm going to go next. because I want Chris to close it out. I need Chris to close it out. I feel like Dallas got worse today, but they got worse in order to get better. Sometimes you got to take, like, people think that, it's always like this. Sometimes success goes like this, and it goes here.
There you go.
It goes here.
There you go.
So it's not a perfect slope. So I think in order to get better, they had to trim some fat. And in trimming some fat, you had to lose some talent. But that talent was only going to get you so far. Now, with what you're able to do, now you've opened up the possibility to really take off and make this defense what you needed to do as a cohesive unit. So I love what they did today. Shout out to the Joneses. Look, at the end of my video, I said they got some work to do, and they did some work today.
Did some work.
They still have some work to do.
Still got more work to do.
I think it's going in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going in the right direction, and I'm anxious to see what they do moving forward. But I'm gonna leave it up to you, Chris, and close us out, man.
I get it. Hey, man, listen, everybody made great points. And going back to this thing is a 2-year move. This is to the point we're not getting to the NFC Championship this year. We want to get back to just respectability, and that's what's going to be able to happen with this. And I think you're giving Parker the ability to get the right kind of guys he wants in here, and it helps us. That my biggest thing has been from the beginning. I needed to get a second and third round pick. I got a third round pick. Got it, and I got it and got rid of a guy who didn't fit what we wanted to do long term. So super excited about what we're doing. Still got work to do. If Jerry hadn't done anything, I'd have had my fire Jerry hat on. But he made some moves, so I feel pretty good with that. But listen, man, we've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. All of us we got families, we got different things we got to do. Listen, man, we thank everybody for coming and kicking it with us, man. It was kind of, hey, man, we talking on the phone. Yo, man, let's run this content. And we did it, man. And that's how this thing is. So, but we also appreciate everybody who said something. Appreciate the super chat that came through. Definitely love it, man. You can always find me and B, man. We are the two dynamic dudes on the corner, man, doing our thing, man. We the guys that come through. I'm pushing the lawnmower, B knocking on the door, say, can we cut your grass? That's who we are, man. That's how we are, man. Always talking about football, man. Talk about these Cowboys in your team. So, but you got to do the 4 things, man, that don't cost you nothing. Like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment in, man. I've been trying to go back and have somebody talk to me, to holler at me and say, hey, Chris, I kind of like that hat. Where'd you get that hat from? Stuff like that. So comment with us and go from there, man. We'll always be around here, man. We are Frankly Football, kick it, my main man, D and V, man, my real friend in real life, man. And until next time you get a chance to kick it with us, man, you want to rock it, John?
Peace.